Good evening, YouTubers. This is Frank the Vamp. Welcome to another edition of World Cinema Reviews. Today we got another guilty pleasure. Today we're reviewing Phantasm, a 1979 film directed by Don Coscarelli, st- starring Michael Bowen as Mike Pearson, Bill Thornbury as Jody Pearson, Reggie Bannister as Reggie, and Angus Scream as the tall man. So let's talk about Phantasm. And first of all, let's just talk about the weirdness of this film. To be honest, I saw Phantasm, and because pretty much I have seen that film in countless video stores when we still had video stores on my youth, and I saw it. It looked so creepy on the cover. I always wanted to watch it. For some reason, I never did. Time went by, and this is so weird because I'm a huge horror fan. I met a lot of people that told me, "Man, Phantasm, Phantasm, this, Phantasm, that." I saw videos on the net, people that really love Phantasm. I finally cave in and I said, "Shoot, I'm gonna watch Phantasm now. Can't live without watching Phantasm one more minute." So I sat down, I watched the film, and to be honest, dude, I was weirded out. I was like, "What the hell?" So I started thinking, this is this really what everybody thinks is so awesome? So I actually came out of the movie saying, geesh, what is this, man? Why is this such a cult hit? Then I started thinking there must be a reason. Why didn't I think it was such a big deal in the first place? And I think what happened to me is that I was actually looking at Phantasm on the wrong way. I expected a linear story, I expected sense plot and your regular run of the mill horror movie, and then I understood Phantasm is not your regular run of the mill horror movie. It's actually very surreal. And then I finally understood the depth of what it is. And at first I thought, well, maybe then I started to look at it a different way. And I said, well, is this one of those so bad is good? But no, the movie's actually well made. Besides of the limited budget and things like that, some of those things are really well done. The action scenes, the special effects. I'm going to start talking about that, and some of the things are really, really well done. Some of them, like I said, there's some cheese factor on it, but then again, I started thinking like, well, there's something to this. So, what is it that I like? Let's talk about plot. All right, the plot to me is pretty much really, really weird and dumb. At first I started thinking like, well, okay, so this young guy, Mike, he lost his parents, and his only survivor guardian is his older brother. Um, I think his name is played by Bill Turnberry. It's Jody. And Jody's taking care of him, but he's kind of you know the kid's only 13, Mike, and Jody's like 24, and there's a weird odd relationship. He wants to be young. He doesn't want to be a father to his young brother. So he kind of gets the feeling that he's gonna get abandoned. So in this like nowhere town where they live, here comes this in the cemetery. There's this weird looking, threatening looking man, that they call the Thin Man, very tall and powerful, and and Mike suspects that he's up to no good, and this suspicions drives him to investigate a little further, and it's the plot just follows him into the silly realm when we find out what the plot's about a plan to take over the world, perhaps by slaving dead people and making them into little zombies. Mid, I don't know, is the correct word to say dwarf zombies? Is that the correct word? Which at that point it kind of lost me. I kind of was like, what the hell, man? But hear me out. This is the part where it gets awesome. Then I started thinking about another director that kind of has nonsensical plots, which are pretty much just like the plot doesn't really matter. It's just a journey, and you just admire the great things that are on the way. And I thought about, damn, you know, like Dario Argento, one of my favorite directors of all time. And I started thinking, like, dude, this guy's being surreal. He's actually, the actual plot is not, it's just a way to communicate the things that are awesome about this movie. And that's what I want to focus on. Let me just say, the one of the awesome things about this is, I will say, starting with the creepiness. Let's talk about the one thing that jumps on me incredible. Angus Scream playing the tall man. This guy is, you know, I know you, some of you guys who have seen this and fans of the movie know where he came from and the story of how he was casted into the role and all that stuff. But let him set that all aside and just look at this guy. This guy is creepy. You just look at him, and I swear to you, that's a nightmarish visual. If Angus Screen will come into that room, I would crap my pants right now. Like, I swear that that guy is freaking scary. Now, I'm Frank the Vamp. Not a lot of things scare me. I love horror movies. I watch them every day. There's a lot of creepy things that, dude, if the Wolfman, a vampire come in here, they might creep me out, but they won't really scare me. If the Tollman comes in there, I don't know what I'll do. I'll scream like a little girl and run out. Like, truly so. That dude is scary. His acting is really powerful, convincing, scary. Like, I don't know. I just can't. That dude was born to play that role. That's one of the things that really works. The special effects. Like I said, some of them are really silly, like the little tiny zombies. That didn't get me. But what really got me is that freaking metal sphere. I never seen that. Never in a million years. Forget that silly plot. This is just a vehicle to show that fear. That fear sphere was like, that thing looks so good. Looks CG. That's not CG. That's like 1979, man. That's, I don't know how they made that, but that thing looks like, if I saw that thing, that's another thing that is a nightmarish visual. Again, Dario Argento. That's one of those things. David Cronenberg. You know, some of the great directors that input nightmarish visuals into the films. And Don Coscarelli was taking notes and was doing his thing when he was really thinking about this. So, and the whole play with the corpses, man. You know, doing things with corpses. You know, turning them into anything. That's just creepy, man. Um, the whole concept of coming back to the theme, man. Undertaker, man, with gigantic strength. Getting a whole coffin and putting it inside the uh, the hearse by himself. That effect on its own, it's so, you think it's so dumb, but it's just so, it works. It shows the power. It shows the power over death that this thing has, and and it's really powerful. I really have a lot of respect for that. Now, what else does it work? The acting of Mike. Um, his that's Michael Bowen, and man, young kid that only, uh, only 13, lost his parents, fearful that his brother may abandon him, man. That, I don't know. That makes you like relate. That makes you relate as a if I would have watched this film when it came out, I would have been a young kid, and perhaps it was intended for me to watch it at that age. It would have been more powerful. I wish I would have watched it when I was 13, because that would have really hit me. Like, damn, abandonment. That's like a real issue. Like, how many kids grow up without parents, man, and maybe just a guardian like a brother or a grandfather. Or, I have a cousin that was raised by grandma, and it was really rough for him. So, I mean, that hits home. That's really tough. And dude, there's like aliens that are enslaving people into dwarf zombies, but that's not even that important because you're gonna get abandoned. It sounds silly, but yeah, I mean, all that is happening to them. The small town atmosphere is great. I like the character of Reggie, the singing, the laid back, like southern town type of thing. So there's a lot. There's a lot here to like really enjoy, man. You you really think, if you really think about this, you know, um, this is like really out there, man. This film is both sad and creepy. I think this movie is pretty awesome. It's deeply psychological. It plays on the fear of death, fear of undertakers, fear of coffins, fear of cemeteries. Um, it's not, in the somehow weird, silly plot. It's actually a vehicle just for the director to get his points across. So, if you watch Phantasm, what I recommend is that you watch it with an open mind. You watch it twice if you have to. The first time it not sink in like me. Like, I didn't get it, but I do now. I'm a fan, and I want to watch the sequels. I don't know if the sequels are any any good or as good or worse or terrible, but I'm gonna look at them because I hope I want to see Angus scream again. That was really that made an impact on me. So I hope you enjoyed this review, man. I got a lot of stuff planned for you guys. I love reviewing foreign movies, so I'm going to do that. I'm planning a review on Dog Soldiers. I'm also planning on reviewing more Dario Argento films. I think I'm going for Inferno, um, and The Mother of Tears. Um, I am also thinking about doing the sequel to 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later, and just getting into. I want to also do more Cronenberg films. I know I've been promising The Brood forever. I got to get around to doing The Brood, and it's just a good time to be a good foreign film reviewer, and I just enjoy it, man. I hope you guys have sweet, weird dreams, and if you dream about a steel sphere drilling into your forehead, try to wake up in time before it hits pay dirt. This has been Frank the Vamp. Sweet dreams. Don't let the Thin Man get you.